What a freaking way. Oh my God. What a freaking game. What a way to end it. The game. What were you just doing?
I was Karel Vejmelka getting
yeah.
back and trying to make that save as he got it. He made, I think he made it all the way up to the third row, ordering popcorn on that one.
Oh boy, thanks so much for tuning in to the PHNX Coyotes postgame show. Shout out to OG's Brands, the official sponsor of Flavoring Fridays. Head on over to ogsbrands.com to see their full lineup, including their two newest gummies, the OG's Naturals and the Big OGs, and find out where you can purchase. Don't forget to hit that like button. The Mullett Magician will be visiting us later.
Wow.
He needs likes.
Literally had to turn around on the 51.
I know. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah here with Petey. Danielle's behind the Mac. Craig's calling in from Mullett shortly. This one took a complete turn. Wow.
We were sleeping. We rolled out the sleeping bags in front of the more furniture chairs. Like lights were out. We were snooze fest. This game was so boring. No offense to anybody.
The guy vacuuming turned on the lights, and I said, I'll wake up.
Wake us up. Like, and then all of a sudden, the last 5 minutes, everybody decided, let's make this really exciting. And I know we talk about the draft and what's the future of this and getting a high draft pick, but the reality is you want this kind of excitement. You want good things to happen to the team. And the most important thing for this, Leah, is how it happened and who it happened to. So I think it's huge that this team was able to get a win. I think it was a lot of fun. It's a Friday night at home at the Mullett. So I'm going to celebrate the win.
That was absolutely insane. You said it. We were thinking, like, I was sitting there thinking, are we gonna have enough to talk about for like it was pretty much a 0-0 game, whatever, a 1-0 game. You're thinking there's no way. And the Coyotes pull Veggie out, and someone in the Discord said, how many times have they scored when they pulled the goalie? And Matt McConnell said on the broadcast 2 times. 2 times. And I swear to God, like within seconds of that, they scored. Clayton Keller right in front of the net. Who else but Clayton Keller? For his 29th of the season. 1 away from 30, and then it gets to overtime, and once again I turned to you and said, we're gonna go to a shootout. It's gonna be as long as it possibly can be. And then it's funny because you see Guenther all of a sudden start to take off, and you stood up and said, Guenther game winner, and he was barely crossing the blue line when you said that. But that is how much trust we have in Dylan Guenther's shot. Yeah, it's absolutely insane how just in the short amount of time that he's been up here that we have that amount of faith in him already, and he did it top shelf.
And one of the things about this kid, and one of the things especially about him right now this season, is these goaltenders haven't had a good look at him. And they haven't had to face him multiple games over multiple years. They don't know what he is, and they don't know his ability to shoot that shot with that release. And I think it surprised Joey Daccord. I think it surprised him, and that's why when he came in all alone, having not had to play Joey, they haven't faced each other a lot. There's a lot of history between those two. You just had that feeling, and it just kind of had that storybook ending for a game late in the year. Something good was going to happen for this team, and it was the 2 young kids that pulled it off. It was really exciting, and I tell you what, that kid can shoot, and there were opportunities he had during the game tonight. I thought he looked good again all night. And when he has the ability to shoot, he knows he's supposed to shoot. And I know we talked about it in the Discord, and I'll get into some stats later, but this team, again, they've got to take the opportunity to shoot when it presents itself. And I still felt like there were opportunities that they were missing. Dylan Guenther doesn't miss those opportunities. No. If he's got an opportunity to shoot the puck, he's shooting the puck. And so it's so exciting to see where this kid's ceiling is going to be and how he's going to continue to progress and develop with this team. Like, I guess I always thought it was going to be Clayton Keller that was going to be the guy that carries this team down the parade, down Mill Avenue. It might be Dylan Guenther.
Wow. I think the parade would be on Scottsdale Road now if I had to guess.
That's true. Oh, it's right by my house. in the flood zone, right by the flood zone. Perfect.
Oh my goodness. And of course, who else to assist that game winner than Logan Cooley? Those two. And it's funny because you guys talked to him this morning at the morning skate, and he talked about that ever since he's been on a line with Dylan Guenther. It's improved his game as well. And we've seen the chemistry, and I feel like a broken record on every single show, like saying the same thing again and again and again. The magic between those two, it's unbelievable. So when he scored, it all happened so fast. Like, who had the assist? Oh yeah, Cooley.
Yeah.
Duh.
Exactly. And Andrew Yeager.
Karel Vejmelka better have that dog in him or I riot. Well, Andrew.
We'll get to it later. But prepare.
He had it for a while.
Prepare to riot. and we may do a little demo.
Yeah.
On why he doesn't get it. But it's funny, and I'm going to credit Patrick Brown of the Arizona Coyotes staff and writer for the Coyotes for this next thought. This is not one of my original. Usually these are my original thoughts. This is not one of them. Okay. We were talking this morning. We interviewed Cooley this morning. We talked a lot about Cooley and Guenther and their chemistry. And he pulled me aside and he said, you know what they remind me of? And this is going to be the first time you've probably heard this.
Yeah.
Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane. Guenther is the Toews. Cooley is the Kane.
Really?
That's what he said.
Wow.
And I might have to go along with him.
Wow.
I might have to go along with them in their first year. So we're seeing the development of what could be something very special here in Arizona. So thanks, Patrick Brown, for your thoughts. I stole them.
He's an eternal optimist, so I do appreciate
it. Andrew's preparing to riot.
Andrew's been a fan since the All-Star break, so
yes.
Andrew, we know that you haven't been here through some of the worst days here. But anywho,
yes.
Wow, I just can't even believe that. Let's kind of rewind. We've talked about the end of the game. Let's talk about the game as a whole and take a look at the numbers presented by Desert Financial Credit Union, Arizona's #1 credit union, named by Forbes. Shots on goal, pretty even. 28 for Seattle, 26 for the Coyotes. Coyotes 0 for 2 on the power play. The Kraken 0 for 3. Block shots, Coyotes had 20 to Seattle's 8. And then shot attempts, 49 for the Coyotes, 68 for the Kraken.
Yeah, and the big equalizer there is the block shots for the Coyotes, because when you look at the 69 to 48 on the shot attempts and then the 20 block shots for the Coyotes, it evens it out. Fantastic job getting in shooting lanes, sacrificing the body, doing those little things and little details that it takes to win. But again, it's great that they did that and they limited the Seattle's opportunities. But you've got to start getting more attempts at net. You've got to start shooting the puck more. 48 attempts is not enough for this team. I think this team's got to get in the habit of, when they have an opportunity, they've got to shoot. And I think too many guys are looking for a pass, or they're looking for a better play, or they're trying to carry it deeper into the zone. I think it's going to have to start getting ingrained into their minds that they just got to shoot and get pucks to the net. Because I think when they do, even on the McBain goal, it's disallowed. You drive the net and get the puck to the net, and good things happen. It's what happened on the goal. The Keller goal, you drive the net and get to the net. So I think that we just want to see them getting more shots on goal as this progresses. And we know the standings don't matter, although mathematically, we talked about this, they have 24 points available and they're 18 points out. So don't say no quite yet. But so the importance of these games probably isn't the playoffs. It's probably more about doing things right and little things right. And one of those things is starting to get in the habit of getting more shot attempts and getting pucks in the net. Seattle's a team that's struggling to score. And you could see they were trying to get pucks from everywhere. And that's one of the reasons the shot blocks were so high for the Coyotes. Seattle's shooting from everywhere. But it's one of those areas I like to see this team improve over the next 12 games.
Absolutely. We have a couple of super chats. Let's get to those right now. First one from Angela. Don't need to read my super chat. Well, we are just doing this because I'm happy. LFG 92 and 11. You love to see it.
Timo the Pop.
Yes. And Lucas said $11. $11 for Gunner getting his first overtime winner. I want to see more Gunner. LFG.
Look at the avatars. Both dogs.
Both dogs.
Yep, that's a good thing. We love dogs.
We do love dogs.
We do love dogs. And I really think that this, as a Coyote fan, this is one of those games, the ending itself. Like when you see the chemistry between Cooley and Guenther, I think that's one of the things when people start disparaging this fan base and this city and this team and all the things we've heard, that's one of those, something you can grab onto for the future that you go, gosh, we might have something here. And this isn't even close to what they have in the pipeline right now with the stuff we talked about with Simashev and Boot and all the guys and Josh Doan, and wait till this year's draft picks. Like, just I know it's hard, but just be patient. It's coming. It's
and
coming.
that's why we're having fun with this right now. I'm not sure what energy Craig's going to bring.
I have a feeling Craig's going to bring the party down.
Yeah, he's going to say, and we'll talk about the standings later in the show. But for now, like, I think especially because that was just such a thrilling end to the game. Like we went from I was fully reclined in the more furniture thing to, oh my God, I have all this energy now. And we had to carry that onto the show. Yeah, we really did.
It is. It was one of those, what we're going to talk about. And hey, 0-0 can be a masterful goalie battle.
At one point, the most exciting thing was Wes McCauley giving a great penalty call. For fighting. It's like a video, almost like a video game. That was like the most exciting part of the game at one point. I mean, not that it wasn't exciting.
We had a little fight.
There was a fight. There was a disallowed goal.
That was interesting.
Coyotes killed a bunch of penalties.
I was wrong on that one, by the way. The disallowed goal.
I actually was right.
You're right.
I was right against a former NHL video coach.
I called a good goal.
Wow.
I called a good goal.
Everyone just
I thought the kicking motion was not severe enough to warrant a no goal, and I will discuss that with Seattle's video staff later. So I want to see what their thoughts were.
Well, it didn't seem to matter because the Coyotes got it done.
It's hot in here.
I'm not that hot.
Do you know Arizona gets hot now? It's in the 80s today. I bet it wasn't in some of these other cities. Like, I don't know. Was Winnipeg warm today?
I would say.
Bemidji wasn't. Bemidji, Minnesota's in the 20s. By the way, they're playing right now. It's over. Bemidji State Beavers played Michigan Tech Huskies, my dad's old team.
Oh.
For the championship of the CHA. CCHA. A lot of college hockey talk. I know we're talking college basketball.
We're going to talk college hockey early next week, so get ready for that. Well, it was so much so earlier in the night, Petey, that we couldn't even name a dog.
No, we couldn't.
For a while, it was Veggie. It really was until his.
So Andrew, it was. He was the guy.
Until maybe it's time we reenact. So if you're watching on YouTube, we have a bobblehead. If you're listening, I'm sorry that you're missing this.
It wasn't quite that bad.
I'm sorry that you're missing this demonstration.
It was probably, I should have gone with the guy that had a head on it. Off. Mike Smith's head fell off. So it's right here. Oh, look at the pass going across. Where's he from? Oh, it's the pass going across. I know that's from Sweden. I don't know.
Just go with whatever.
Okay, so the pass comes across and slide. No, he doesn't slide over. He goes, whoa, and he's off, and he ends up over here. We can't give him. How are we gonna give him?
The most notable thing is that the stick is far away.
Far away. It's woo. How do we give him? You can't give him the dog. But he was literally. You put a still frame in the Discord. Dude was like this. His head was almost touching the ice. His feet were in the air. It was a simple move from post to post. I thought that was a pass from like 120 feet away. It was just across the crease. I don't know how that happened. I've never seen such a thing. We had to watch it 3 times in the studio. So, Andrew, unfortunately, the riot may begin now, but that is why he is not today's desert dog in him.
When you said, whoa, it sounded like a Mario Kart character, like, oh, no. Like when you slip on the banana peel on the track, it's like, oh, no.
Well, there you go. See, again, this is one of those things when you're not a rights holder and you can't actually show highlights. These are one of the things you have to do to supplant that. You have to substitute it with entertaining.
And by the way, if the Coyotes would like to do a goalie bobblehead giveaway, we clearly need one.
I don't know how that happened.
Honestly, we just need any bobblehead at this point. We're running pretty low.
The only bobblehead that's not in shambles is our Jacob Chikrin bobblehead, and he doesn't even play here anymore.
And you know what? Because it's little. It was a tiny bobblehead. It wasn't even like, I don't know. Maybe they had to do that because of the storage in the Mullett is less, so they have to have smaller bobbleheads.
Andrew said, man knows how to add a little drama. Nothing wrong with
Sorry, Andrew. Buddy, I know Andrew's writing right now.
Oh, boy. Well, I think our dog made himself.
That's an OG so it's not him. He's not the dog.
So it got to the point where we had no dog. And like we were going to let the chat decide. We really didn't know. And then the dog made himself very known.
He emerged.
Let's just name it right now. Dylan Guenther has that desert dog in him with the game-winning goal, the overtime winner, his first ever overtime goal. Dylan Guenther has been unbelievable. And Petey, guess what? Number 11 for number 11.
That was 11th?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
So, I mean, we can't say enough about him.
We talk about this often with him, and I want people to really watch when he releases that puck, that movement on his wrist, the flex on his stick. It surprises goalies, and I think he's going to get away with this for a couple of years. I do think at some point goalies are going to go, it's Dylan Guenther coming, and I'm going to be ready for Dylan Guenther. He's going to go high glove, and I'm going to be ready. I think that point will come. his shot's elite enough and good enough that he can adjust to that. But I'm just saying right now is the time where he's going to be able to get those shots. And when he gets an opportunity to shoot on a goal he hasn't faced before, he's going to score.
Yep, absolutely. And I love that we can trust him to shoot. And I love what he's done since being here. So I'm excited because we're going to see him in person this Sunday at our takeover, PHNX Coyotes takeover. It's officially sold out, but there are still tickets available for our pregame party at the Four Peaks 8th Street Pub at 3 p.m. this Sunday, March 24th. So if you want to get that, tickets include food and drink. We hope to see everybody there. And if you're a diehard, you, of course, get 20% off all of our events, 20% off in the merchandise locker, a free shirt or hat when you sign up, access to the diehard only content on the site, access to our Discord, where we had a really great Discord only first intermission Petey's Puck Talk, where Petey broke down different penalty kill strategies. And it was funny because the Coyotes had just killed a penalty to end the period, come out into the second, immediately take another penalty. Everyone got to put their new knowledge to the test. And we saw it a few times in this game. So just one of the many great perks of becoming a diehard. And somebody, I think, said it best earlier in the Discord. Where else are you going to get a former NHL coach giving you real-time X's and O's during a game? That is one of the things you get for becoming a diehard.
It was fun.
PHNX.
It was fun.
You know what else is fun?
What is fun?
Gila River Resorts and Casinos. And I was thinking about
Couldn't
it.
agree more. You do you.
With March Madness going on right now.
Oh my gosh.
And the TV situations they have going on there. If you've never been to Gila River Resorts and Casinos at Wild Horse Pass, the TVs span like entire walls. They're unbelievable. I can't think of a better place to go. Plus, they have the BetMGM Sportsbook inside. Go to Gila River Resorts and Casinos, especially this weekend. The weather's beautiful. Maybe you can do a little staycation action at the resort.
Restaurants. Oh my God.
Amazing restaurants. Gila River Resorts and Casinos.
Fantastic.
We're going to have our Cardinals draft party there.
You.
In April. Those tickets are selling really fast. So make sure you get your tickets to the PHNX Cardinals draft party. That'll be at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. But there's also going to be all sorts of Final Four events there as well. So just a lot of great stuff coming up at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit playathila.com for more details.
And as Leah mentioned, March Madness is in full swing. And if you aren't on the edge of your seat for all of these basketball games, then you don't have skin in the game. I was jumping out of my chair on the Duquesne win. Literally don't know where Duquesne is. Don't know who Duquesne is. Don't have a clue what state Duquesne is in. But I had skin in the game. I was on the edge of my seat with a big Duquesne win. Hockey playoffs are coming. We've talked about those every day. I couldn't decide on the outcome of today. So I didn't bet on the outcome of today's game. But I did bet on Clayton Keller anytime goal scorer.
Wow.
Yep.
Under the wire.
It's a true story. And guess what? Skin in the game. And I had a lot more fun. If you haven't downloaded the BetMGM Sportsbook app yet, it is the perfect time to do it right now. All you have to do is sign up for the BetMGM. Use the BetMGM Sportsbook app. Use the bonus code PHNX. Place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app for at least $10. You will receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets. $1,500 in bonus bets even if the bet loses.
Wow.
That's insane.
Wow.
That's free bonus bets.
Wow.
That's a lot. Check out the show notes for full details. And now, listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Bonus bets expire in 7 days. One new customer offer only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, North Carolina, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
All right. Well,
it's time.
It's time to see what Craig has to say about this game. I'm very curious because we know that Craig has been on the no more wins the rest of the season
He has
way.
been on that train.
So without further ado, in just a moment, here's Craig.
So who do you guys like with the 8th overall pick? Because they're sitting 7th right now.
I knew it.
One team's going to jump. So they'll draft 8th. Who do you like?
Who do I like with the 8th pick? There's the positivity we knew Craig was coming with today. We called it. He was coming with the positive vibes. Not happy, Craig?
I'm actually. It was nice to go into a locker room and talk to guys who are in a good mood, honestly. So there was some good stuff. Raz is right behind me and sending some of these clips I know right now. But it was fun to talk to the guys after a win. Listen. At this point, I don't know. I don't see them getting into the top 5. It's probably not going to happen. They're just going to keep winning. So it is what it is. Just get, I guess, a good player, and we move on from here. I don't, like I said, I don't know what to say. Like Bill Armstrong actually predicted this. They're going to start winning in March, and that's what they're doing. So here we are.
It is true. They do win in March. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a thing.
Yeah, and someday that'll be important. Just
that
not
is
now.
true.
That's the thing, and that was the theme tonight in the dressing room. Like, as both Dylan Guenther and Andre Tourigny about the approach to playing these games when there's nothing to play for. And Dylan Guenther gave a great answer. Like I said, Raz is going to send that. We'll have that up. First of all, just saying there's always something to play for, whether it's jobs or pride or, it's an honor. He's like, people would kill to play in the National Hockey League. So you go out there with that attitude. This kid's so mature. And by the way, he's on like a 53-point pace if you put it out over an entire season. Dylan Guenther's playing some great hockey right now. So take that as a positive thing. And I know we've been saying that a lot lately, but I really, really like what we're seeing from this kid. And then I asked Andre about it. What's the message? In spite of the fact that you have to play for professionalism, for pride, all the cliches. And Andre
Wow.
says, "You got something better to do with your day? I mean, you're playing in the National Hockey League. What could be better than that?"
Wow.
So I like the attitude.
Craig, Dylan Guenther, and you talked about how mature he's becoming. Would you say he's a leader type for this team potentially?
I don't want to go there yet. I mean,
is he stoic? Is he kind of the
no? And he's good in media interviews.
You know where I was going with it. I was going with is he the Taves to Cooley's Kane? Too soon?
Wow, we're going there. Yeah, let's hold
soon?
Off on that. But I do like his attitude. I've written about his attitude. I like his whole approach to the game.
Yeah.
And man, he's somebody asked what he's been bringing to the game, mentioning only offense, and Andre's like, he's bringing a lot to the game. He's bringing pace. He's bringing competitiveness. He's bringing details away from the puck. Dylan Guenther has been really, really good since he came up.
Yeah, he really has. It's unbelievable. And one of the things we talked about was just how you can trust him with the puck. Like when he gets on that breakaway in overtime, it's like you trust him to score the goal. Like, and that's what he did. And Petey was talking about how a lot of goaltenders probably don't even know what to expect from Dylan Guenther yet. Yeah,
I think that's one of his advantages now is that not everybody has the book on that shot. These games, these 12 games, Cooley and Guenther, their chemistry, what they get out of these 12 games is going to be incredibly important. Whether they win or lose, it's how their development continues. I think it's important that these two play a lot of minutes. I think it's important that they play in a lot of situations that maybe make them uncomfortable late in a game, early in a period, power play. I think it's important for their development because I think that is truly what the future is going to be when they get through this rebuild.
Yeah, and there's this narrative out there that, they've earned this trust so they can play on the PK and stuff. And part of that's probably true, but it's more what you're saying, Petey. You simply need to play these guys this time of year. Why on earth would you not play these guys in all these situations at this time of year? There's no playoffs on the line. Let's see what they can do in those situations.
Exactly.
Well, Craig, at one point, this game had a very different story, and Joey Daccord was pretty solid, up until that last minute when Clayton Keller got him. But you wrote a story today, a great article on Joey Daccord that's up now at gophnx.com. I know you wanted to talk about him a little bit.
It's such a good story, right? When you think about where he started, I know he was playing at Cushing Academy and he went to the USHL for a year, but Joey Daccord came to ASU because he had no other options. And this is a team that was just starting a Division I program, playing out of Oceanside Ice Arena. And this is a kid that wanted to play pro. We know his dad runs an elite goaltending school in Boston, so he'd had all the training, and yet he just didn't have any offers. He plays 3 years at ASU, and he was really good for the last 2 years. He bounces around the AHL for 4 years. His last 2 years were fantastic in Seattle's system. This is a guy who's just been moving up the ladder step by step, working hard, working on his game. It's such a good story, and it's really cool to see a former Sun Devil playing the kind of hockey that Joey Daccord's playing. He's putting up elite numbers this season. I don't know if you look like you want to say something, Petey, so I'll shut up.
No, and we talked about it this little yesterday in the audio podcast too. It's about you look where Seattle is in the standings, and last year they make the playoffs, and you go, oh, they're not in the playoffs. It must, maybe it was a goaltending issue, and the answer to that is flat out no. Their goaltending's been good, and Joey Daccord's been the better of the two goalies there. You talk about the goalies in this league now being 6'5", 6'4", 6'7". That's not Joey Daccord. Joey Daccord does it by technique, competitive athleticism, and skill, and he's fun to watch. I enjoy watching Joey Daccord play, and I'm curious to see where he can take a team, because none of us, well, maybe Craig did, I didn't think he would play this kind of minutes in the NHL. I when he got a chance in the NHL, it's a nice, he got a chance in the NHL. No, kid belongs, and he's playing extremely well. Great story. Make sure you go out and read Craig's story.
Yeah, do you think, and I got to credit Patrick Brown with this, now you guys know what's coming. Do you think it's safe to say after a few games at Mullett Arena that Joey has cut Daccord with ASU?
Oh my God.
Credit to Patrick Brown for that one. So
Patrick is getting a lot of
a lot of mentions. I had some other that's amazing. That's a pretty good.
That's pretty shocking for Craig too.
That's pretty good
to mention. Craig usually rolls his eyes at the dad jokes. By the way, 55 likes right now. We need to get this up at least to 65 to see the Mullett Magician. We all know it's coming, but I need to see more likes. He's a little nervous. He really had to rush back. Gone. He wasn't ready for this.
Wasn't ready for the trick. He was gone. He was on the 51. We know how bad the traffic is. It was in trouble. Actually, it might have been on the 60 and the 202. I don't know.
We don't know where he lives.
Don't know where he is. The traffic. They say I got rants coming up at the end of the show. Craig, glad you'll be gone by then. So I just put him in the thing. I got stuff. Boy. But anyway, it was. I think it was a good one. I think it was a good play by those younger players. I think the excitement in the Mullett was there. I think this was important. This team gets a win at home to start off this stretch of home games. So the first of 7 at home. I think this is important. I'm curious to see what kind of effort they come out on Sunday against a team that is better than them. I mean, to be honest, it's a better hockey team. So I'm curious to see how they respond on Sunday to a team they just lost to in Dallas, and see how they can compete in this game on Sunday.
All right. Well, sorry, Craig. Were you going to say something?
No. Are we going to see the magician?
Everyone made quick work. We got to the
all right,
threshold that I wanted.
I don't know what's coming, and somehow I always get.
Should I put Raz on screen so we can watch the magician too?
I get concerned.
Whatever you want.
Half a face of each of us. Come on, Raz.
All right.
Mullett Magician is going live now, so.
All right. Without further ado, let's see what the Mullett Magician has in.
The Coyotes win at home. It's time for more magic. We take a fork, just a regular fork, and we put it on the magic cloth, and we turn it, and we say, Abra-Coyotes. We keep turning it, Abra-Coyotes. We keep turning it, and working it hard, and turning it into a spoon. It's the magic Mullett.
Petey had to get up and walk away because he couldn't watch it.
Raz is speechless here. Yeah, wow.
Whose idea was this to do that? That was amazing. Again,
how does he do it?
Thank goodness they didn't beat the Vegas Golden Knights, because I tell you what, if they see that kind of act in Vegas, that might be the end of this magician here for PHNX. Just saying.
I thought it was going to be a spork, actually, when it came out. So
you just never know with him.
Surprised.
You just don't know. Don't know.
No, you mentioned rants, Petey. Can I go on one rant before?
Yes.
Please.
It's about the anthem. And I first of all, apology to Coyotes fans, because I'm happy to hear that you're not this pathetic. Somebody during the anthem, a bunch of people during the anthem chanted red when they got to Rockets Red Glare. And I thought, are Coyotes fans really, are they really adopting this? And then someone corrected me, noting that Seattle Kraken fans do this because it's for the red eye in the Kraken. And that is, I thought Calgary had the worst anthem tradition. First of all, it's the American anthem. You're a Canadian team. Secondly, just saying C or red is just terrible. It's so unimaginative and lame. But I think this tops it. Can we just put a moratorium on all of these anthem antics? Because I'm tired of all of them. They're all terrible. Let's just get rid of them.
Craig, when you said the red, I was trying to, because you were like down on, I was thinking the brick red, but they haven't been red in a couple of years now. Like, where's the red coming? I couldn't get the red tie. And it's a team that's blue and dark blue and light blue. they're the ones cheering red. Am I correct in that?
Because of the red eye. Because of the red eye and the Kraken, apparently. Seattle fans told me this. And to which I said, well, that's just awful.
Yeah. I literally don't even know where do you go with that? Awful. Where do you go with that? Like I don't know. I don't know where you go with that.
Oh boy,
Jose, can you see? Now I got to go through all the whole thing and see what things belong in our state. I don't know.
I'm with Petey now. I just want to get Anthems out of the game entirely.
Yeah, get them out.
Mostly so I don't have to listen to this.
This is going to be your guys' platform. It's going to get you so much hate, but I love it.
Just get it out.
Oh my God.
In the Dawn's early light. Well, we have Dawn in the morning here. Why don't we scream that out?
Might as well. Yeah.
Might as well.
I mean,
our license plate can
look.
You can argue that
Dawn, and then everybody could go. I know a guy named Don. My father-in-law's name is Don.
Hey, Don Maloney used to be the GM.
There's a good tie, Don.
Don.
That's just stupid.
With the domes early.
We all have lights in our house. Let's go lights. It's dumb. It's just shut. Either go full Chicago, or shut up.
You could. I feel like our chat could come up with awful ones. Like when they say wave, like any city on a coast could probably use that.
Yeah, do the wave.
It's just uncle. Like, how far are we going to take this? It's all terrible. Just stop. Get the anthem out of the game.
Craig, just done with the anthems. Bring it up in the next meeting with Gary. Get them out. It wastes time too. I know some little 12-year-old girl from a local high school or whatever gets to sing, and everybody go, "Oh, look how cute!" Or some fiddle player that's given up on music has get out there and plays it on the fiddle, and we're going, "Ooh, what a rendition!" Or somebody really wants to go out and sing it in like 3 minutes for a 1:08 song to show us how great a singer they are. When we're at a hockey game, we don't care how good a singer they are. We just want to see the hockey game. Those are the anthems that piss me off the most. Just get rid of them. Let those guys stand outside and they can sing. Let them sing in the lobby. They were so.
They should put a stopwatch. They should put a stopwatch on those.
1,000%.
Just have the clock counting down. You're done. I know you didn't finish. You're done.
Yep, done. Okay, hold that note for me. No one gives a shit. We're gonna watch Connor McDavid.
Read the comment. Ogie said wave because of the flood risk.
Waves is a flood risk. We could do waves.
Oh, good point. We can use that here.
Okay, I'm in. Craig, you hit it, Craig. That's exactly. I'm on. That's good. I'm on board, Craig.
Goodness.
All right.
Anything else, Craig, besides that?
No, all right. I want to leave you on that.
All right. Sounds good. All right, Craig. Well, we will
Thanks, Craig.
See you Sunday at Four Peaks. Looking forward to it.
I am too, actually. That'll be a blast. See you guys.
All right. Bye, Craig. Oh, my goodness. That was chaotic, as always. And Scott.
It's the vibes.
It is the vibes.
It's a Friday OG vibe.
Yep. And Scott just said, soon time for my OGs. Absolutely, Scott. Get them going. We've been watching March Madness for the last 2 days. And it's not just March Madness for basketball. It's Gummy Madness season. You can follow along as 8 competing dispensaries put gummy versus gummy against each other each week in a bracket to determine a champion. Vote for your favorite gummy as the winner, and that gummy will receive a BOGO offer. So if you want BOGO on your favorite gummy, make sure you're voting. Follow along to see who wins. We have the Mint, Zen Leaf, and Sticky Saguaro in the east, and in the west we have Jars, Ponderosa, Valley of the Sun, The Giving Tree, and AZ Organics. To learn more about OG's gummies and where you can find them, head on over to ogsbrands.com. Must be 21 or older to enjoy responsibly.
And then, Danielle, get ready. You got to do some work here because right now it's time to talk about Circle K. We know it's the thirst stop, because they've got the sweat-proof cups for the Polar Pops. So we know it's the thirst stop. We also know it's a snack stop when it's proof in the plain kettle-cooked chips with the Circle K logo on the chips. Phenomenal. But for everybody out there, we never understand. Circle K's main function is the gas stop. And we're going to prove it. I didn't show you my gas gauge today, but today I got down to 98 miles before I filled up. 98. And for me, that's almost panic. I almost started sweating at 98. God. That's almost too far, but I want to give a shout out to a couple people in our diehards in our Discord and on Twitter. And Danielle, you can throw up either one. It doesn't matter. This is Giordino, and he stopped. Here's what he said. He stopped the other night just for you, Petey. Didn't want to touch my reserves. And what is he at? 101. And I got big thumbs up. And not only that, he had the foresight to put Circle K in the picture.
Yes.
Like you can see he's at the Circle K filling up at 101 miles. That is an A. That is how you do it at the Circle K. Now let's go to the next one. Little disappointed. Original OG, CWP, Charles Woodhull Pike. coming in with just over 80 miles. 80 miles is that's almost where your light comes on, isn't it? At 80?
No, it's like under 30.
It is?
Yes.
I'd never know because I've never used my damn light. So Charles, that's not bad. It's okay, but you got to be better. Be more persistent, CWP.
Petey,
Circle K's
how did
everywhere.
I do?
And let's see Danielle, 20. That's just
22.
22 miles. That's ridiculous.
Danielle, that's more my speed.
22 miles is dangerous. I live 22 miles from here. What happens? What happens? That's not good. But if you do need gas, and look at your gas gauge now, if you're driving, listening to us on an audio podcast, if you're anywhere near 100 miles or less, stop into your local Circle K. And then what you need to do is make sure you become part of Circle K's membership program, the Inner Circle, because not only do you get your gas, you get to save on your gas. The 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 Phillips, and then 3 cents per gallon every day after that, plus all kinds of extra special offers and benefits for becoming part of the Inner Circle. Join the Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply. At participating locations, visit circlek.com for details.
I have to give a shout out to Charles once again. He just got his gas shout out, but in terms of everyone's great suggestions for the anthem yelling, which were there some hilarious ones. This one actually might be like legit. We're still in Arizona, so yell "still there."
I like it.
I like it, Charles.
Actually, I was all against this. We have to pitch that one to Craig. Still there. That's actually not
I kind of like it.
That was still
you might
there.
be onto something there.
Yeah, and especially when you're playing a Canadian team. I don't hate it.
Don't hate it.
CWP. Sometimes I get worried for my job. I know we had other guys sit in. CWP's that creative guy. Like, it just comes up with those little nuggets. Great job.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, Craig mentioned...
Lucas, you're good right now. Way to go. 490.
490. Craig mentioned how articulate Dylan Guenther was after the game. So we have the video.
Fantastic.
Courtesy of Raz. So let's hear from Dylan Guenther.
I mean, you're always playing for something. No matter who you are, you're playing for next year. People would kill to play the last 15 games in the NHL, so don't take it for granted. I think everybody in here is playing for something no matter who they are, so I think that's important, and we can take that momentum in the next year for sure.
Really well spoken. Really great to see
Classic
that from him,
kid.
because I feel like when we first met him very early on, he's not the most like outgoing or rambunctious guy, but you could tell that he's really found his voice and really gotten comfortable. And great little tidbit from NHL PR on Twitter. Dylan Guenther became the 5th player aged 20 or younger to record an overtime goal for the Coyotes/Jets. The others, Clayton Keller, Christian Fisher, Shane Doan, and Dale Hawerchuk.
Wow. That's a pretty elite group. Elite group. That's really neat. Good for him. And I am sincerely excited to see what his career here brings. I am. The kid's a talented hockey player. And one of the things I was concerned about with him when he was coming in, even into this year, we were talking about the pace of his game, and I wasn't sure where his skating was going to be, but he's proven me wrong. I mean, he's got that pace to play in this league and with players like Cooley and Keller, and I'm glad he's having the season he's having.
Absolutely. Well, I guess we'll just take a moment to talk about the reality of this win, and that is that the Arizona Coyotes now hold the 7th worst record, which that's tough. We saw Columbus lose tonight. There's now a 5-point gap. The Coyotes jump over Montreal with 63 points. They're just 1 point ahead. Ottawa's still there, 2 games in hand. It's a 3-point difference. Listen, I know there's a lot of games down the stretch yet to play, 12 to go. Who knows? I mean, they've lost 14 straight before. Who says they can't do it again? I hope not. Like Craig said, for the morale of the room, if they could lose the appropriate amount to get to that 5-4 spot, I'd be satisfied.
You don't want to, if they have games like this and the guys are playing well. The truth is, when you're like a game like Sunday, you're playing the Dallas Stars, a team that's going to be vying for the Stanley Cup. You're going to lose games. Like this team is still going to lose hockey games. Face it, Seattle has lost 8 in a row now. Like this Seattle team is struggling. They're struggling to score goals. They're struggling with their confidence. They're a team that a week ago thought they were in a playoff race, and now they're out of it. So it's really, they're struggling. So you can give them the win here, and we looked at on the schedule and thought that might be a win. But trust me, there's losses coming up, and this team can play as hard as they want to. And we talked about the disparity in the salaries and the salary cap on they're just not going to be in some of these games.
Yeah.
Because some of the teams they have to play over the next 12 are stacking up and making a run for the Stanley Cup final. So they're still going to lose some games.
Lucas said, what happens if we win all 7 home games? We're going to the offs.
We're going to the offs. Get ready.
Get on the wagon. We're going to the offs.
Get that whiteout outfit out of the closet because it's time.
Kidding.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Just kidding.
If they win all 7?
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule. Dallas this Sunday. We'll be there. Really looking forward to it. Pre-game party at 4 Peaks before at 3. Then Columbus comes to town. Nashville comes to town. And the Rangers come to town. Besides Columbus, who the Coyotes have more points than, that's 3 tough current playoff position teams. So let's just bottle this enjoyment right now because I don't know how much we're going to be feeling.
And Nashville's on a tear. Like they've since they canceled their U2 concert. If you don't know,
I know about it.
They haven't lost.
Crazy
stats. So that team is on fire. The Rangers are a really good hockey team, and Dallas is too. So I like Rangers and Dallas as 2 teams I picked to be in their conference finals. They're good. They got a tough schedule this week. Columbus is a winnable game. Unfortunately, that's the one that they most need to lose in the Tankathon stats. So we'll see. Let's enjoy the wins when we get them, and we'll talk about draft picks on the nights they don't.
Exactly. We'll enjoy this, and let's take a look at our punch card, which I was looking at it earlier when Danielle sent it, and it's just so funny. You could really see where things took a turn, where you could see what a playoff team looks like compared to not a playoff team. But you have seen a little bit more green. Look at this line. I mean, 4 and 3 on this line alone. Crazy.
Yeah, it is. When you look at the first half of the season, they were getting 4 or 5 green checks per row. I think 4 was the magic number for this team to stick around it. And then you go 2 rows without nearly any.
Yeah.
That's hard. So I think this is the team that we saw earlier in the season. I think they're winning some, losing some. They're still developing. They're still going the right direction. And I know it's still hard when you're not fighting for a playoff spot. But the reality is
but I like the comments that Bear and Guenther had to say. I really like that mindset. I like that humility. I really do. So
we're excited for the next
And the other thing that we found out today, which is funny because I believe I mentioned it the other day, was that they are going to go back to the goalie rotation. Veggie, Ingy. So we saw Veggie tonight. You know, despite his flailing at certain points, I thought he was really solid. Otherwise,
I thought it was
even though he wasn't our dog. Sorry, Andrew. But just interesting that they're going to go back to that to close things out. And at that point, I say, why not? 12 games to go. Rotate your goalies.
Yeah, and I, you know what? I think it takes kind of the pressure off those 2 guys too. Just let them go play. And I think that if this team is going to get wins in the next 12 games, I think the goaltending is going to have to be good. And we saw with Veggie tonight. I thought he was really good. I teased him about his sliding around. I just never seen anything like that. But he made some really big saves when he needed to. He stretched out, made some athletic saves early in this game that kept this score at 0-0. So I think it's going to be important for both these goalies to play well through the stretch.
Absolutely. Speaking of Andrew, I believe we have a super chat from him as well. Said, got ratioed by the literal Dallas Stars mascot on Twitter yesterday. Listen, the Dallas Stars Twitter situation is disastrous right now. So, Andrew, I don't know what happened, but I'm sure you were right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I needed this win. LFG Yotes. Also, we stand the amazing flying Veggie.
Yeah.
I know. Andrew will always be Veggie's biggest supporter.
I know. Now we know.
But any other thoughts on this game? I know you have thoughts on other things.
Well, I'm excited about a 2-1 overtime victory by this team. I think that they were able to battle back. They got the goal disallowed where you thought the momentum was going to shift, but they were able to stick with it, pull the goalie, and getting a goal 6-on-5 is difficult. And so good on them to be able to pull the goalie and get this game tied up, and then the young kids come through for the win. I think it was a good victory for the room. I think it was a good victory for the young kids, and I'm happy for the team that they get to take the next day off and enjoy the win before they play Dallas on Sunday.
Absolutely. Well, we keep mentioning Dallas on Sunday. We keep mentioning the 4 Peaks pregame party, but we really, really want to see everybody there, 3 p.m. at 4 Peaks. We're going to be drinking a lot of 4 Peaks.
Well, hopefully not a lot. I mean, I got to go work. And we've seen what a lot of 4 Peaks with Peaks. I love my 4 Peaks.
We have seen what a lot of 4 Peaks does to you.
21 and older, designated driver.
Responsibly, DD.
Yep, DD. But yes, I do sincerely enjoy my 4 Peaks.
I've been on a peach kick lately.
Really?
I think I might lean peach on Sunday.
I'm leaning full wow.
Okay.
It's going to be sunny, I'm assuming. It
might be cloudy on Sunday. But it'll be daytime.
It's daytime. It's wow.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the wall.
Really looking forward to it. Come swing by Four Peaks. Enjoy a brew with us. Get some food. The food at Four Peaks A Street Pub.
Yeah.
Underrated. Amazing. Can't wait for the attendees. Visit fourpeaks.com/locator to find all your favorite beers and events. And you can check out at Four Peaks Brew or at Four Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. You must be 21 or older to drink Four Peaks, and please enjoy responsibly.
And then go and play the Arizona Lottery and their newest game, Arizona Adventure 3 Ways to Win. We've talked about them. Buy the tickets, scratch the tickets. They're great looking tickets with Arizona destinations on the tickets. Get the tickets. That's one way to win. Second way to win, go to the geo-coded destinations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Geolocated.
Geolocated.
There's
Yeah.
10
we did
adventure
that.
spots, 10 Arizona adventure spots from Yuma to Flagstaff and everywhere in between. All you got to do is get on the app, sign in, say, I'm here. That's it. And you get signed up automatically for a chance to win prizes. Lastly, you take your tickets and you enter them online for a chance to win $1 million in cash and Arizona travel prizes. The Arizona Lottery is not just about playing games and winning prizes. It is also about giving back to the state and its communities. Visit azadventure.com for more information on how you can take an adventure for a chance to win $1 million in cash and Arizona travel prizes.
All right. Last but not least, Petey has a rant. I'm giving you the floor.
I'm sorry, because this is usually a daytime rant. And I'll try to make it quick because I know everybody wants to go home and it's late and all these things. I wear glasses. Leah doesn't wear glasses, so she won't care about my rant. Do we know what year this is? It's 2024. How in the hell are we still getting our glasses? If you have glasses, you'll get this. They go like this. They put these things in your face and they go 1 or 2, 3 or 4. 5 or 6. No, buddy, I don't know. Like, I can't tell the difference when I'm sitting in the chair in the dark with dust and the wind blow. Like, I can't tell between 1 and 2, Leah. I go, can I see it again? And that decision, in that moment, in that one finite moment, that one decision between 1 or 2 screws your vision up for the next year. Like, I got these glasses today. Can't see the goddamn wall. Like, why? Because when she said 4 or 5, that I screwed it up. It's 2024. They should put a machine on your face and go, oh, you're this prescription. Here's your glasses. Oh, why are you letting me decide? I'm an idiot. I don't know anything about eyes. I don't know. 4 or 5, 5 or 6, 7 or 8. So now I sit here, 56 years old, with brand new glasses that I spent a lot of money for, can't see shit. Now what? Like, if anyone wears glasses, 5 or 6, 6 or 7, done. Just tell me. Put the machine on. Oh, you're this. It's 2024. We put people on the moon. Thank you.
I hope that's a problem I never have to deal with. Good thing it's OG's Flavoring Friday, because I think you need one.
I do. I'm stressed out. I can't see.
Danielle, do you wear glasses?
Glasses are pretty annoying. Unfortunately, I've never messed it up. All of my glasses have been good, but I am all for doing it better. It's just so bad. It's just so unscientific.
I get stressed, Danielle. I got stressed driving there, and I told the eye doctor person, I said, last time I did this, they were way off, and it was my fault. I have this stress and anxiety, and I said, can you do that one again? Can you do that one again? And it's this the minutest. And she did it in 3 minutes. Ding, bang, boom, boom. I go, what? You're done. I go, what? Like, are you sure? Are we sure it's right now? Well, guess what, buddy? You weren't right, and I'll be back to see you on Monday.
Windy City Hockey coming to the stream to a glasses rant is a 10 out of 10.
Sorry, Windy City Hockey. I'm sorry, buddy.
So good.
I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
And that's after an overtime win, and I'm still pissed. But I was happy for the team. Just not happy with my glasses.
Well, that was a fun show. Really enjoyed it. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Please hit the thumbs up
I know where you're coming from,
on
torch.
this video.
I got the torch thing again.
You always get torts. Please give us a thumbs up on this video before you head out. If you're listening on audio, be sure to like, subscribe, leave us a review there as well. You can listen to Craig and Petey's audio-only episode with Ricky Olczyk, because the Coyotes played the Kraken a few more times. If you're interested in that, great interview there. So make sure you check that out, because we have weekly audio-only shows on wherever you get your podcasts. So check that out. We're going to be off tomorrow, but we'll be back live on Sunday after the Coyotes take on the Stars, after the takeover. It's going to be a lot of fun. Really can't wait for this Sunday.
And my first game at the Mullett.
Danielle's first game. And Danielle is going to be taking photos. So I'm so excited.
Can we use those on the show?
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. We can. So really looking forward to that. But everybody, in the meantime, you can follow us on Twitter at SPetersHockey, at Leah Merrill, at Craig S. Morgan, at Abrica Danielle. You can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_Coyotes. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, everybody. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you all on Sunday.
We all silly like the mayor.